What a fight we expect this one to be. Both of these athletes primed and ready. It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. A perfect counter shot. You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. Throws the jab, but it doesn't score. Beautiful counter shot. It's Khan versus Crawford Part 2. Of course, Crawford with that TKO win in 2019 in New York City.
Amir Khan is and was one of the fastest fighters I'd ever seen. And then for the first time in his whole career, he got in a ring with somebody that was faster than him, sharper than him, threw clusters much better than him. So then he thought, what is going on here? It's a new world. How does he deal with it? Then now he's got to depend on his skills. But he didn't realize that until the fight. So this is why we're doing this all over again. Amir Khan now has to depend on his skills rather than his speed, because he knows Crawford has the speed to put him out.
Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. So he is going to taunt here. I don't know if that's the wisest strategy. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Crawford. Here we go. It's round 2. After that last round, something has got to change.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
This counter-puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
You're fighting a counter-puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter-punchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
Do you believe this? Nice counter shot. Nice counter. Good counter punch. And he scores with the counter. Punch, counter punch. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. Catch and shoot. Good looking hook, but it was blocked. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Crawford. And there's the bell for round 3. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Good counter punching. The perfect counter lands. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Can't land that jab. Nice counter shot. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. He threw a punch and just got countered. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. It's all offense all the time. So much for boxing. This is a fight. Beautiful counter punch. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, we're entering... Here's the bell for round 4. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
We wanted action, and they are delivering. Well done with that counter shot. Unlucky to miss with that jab. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I gotta respect both of them. More than happy.
The straight right just misses. How about that time counter shot? Those counter punches have to hurt. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. They're giving us a high-tempo show. Can't find a home for that jab. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Back into the fray here in round 5. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
With welterweights, they sometimes bring you the best of both worlds. Fast hands and power.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. That's another scoring shot. They exchange punches. That counter shot lands. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. It's like a match made in heaven.
They are not going to let this one go to the judges. It's always fascinating to watch two good welterweights because they've got blurry hand speed and good power.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've been in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
The bell sometimes...
You can only take so much, and this guy wants no more. And that will do it. This fight is over.